The incline fly. This exercise will be done with dumbbells on a bench that's stationed at a 45-degree angle. The lifter will take the dumbbells and take them up above his chest. It's important not to have the weights up above the face or the head. We want to keep a good angle with the weights above the upper chest. Elbows slightly bent and soft, and the wrists turned in slightly. This will help protect the shoulders and the elbows again. The lifter will open up the weights, open up the chest, and squeeze. Try to keep the elbows at the same angle throughout the lift. Squeeze at the top like you're squeezing a penny between your pecs. The chest supported row. This exercise will be done with dumbbells on a 45-degree angled bench. Lay with your chest on the bench. Turn your head to the side to help you with breathing and also for sanitary purposes. Bring your thumbs into your armpits, squeezing your scapulas together like you have a quarter between your shoulder blades. Use slow, controlled movements. The pull-up. This exercise will be done with an overhand grip. Start with the arms fully extended at the bottom. Hoist your feet up off the floor. Bend your knees if necessary. You will lift your body up to where the chin goes above the strap. Lower your body to where your arms are fully extended. It's important to go straight up and straight down, and you should not kip or use any type of momentum to lift yourself up. The pec deck. This is a chest exercise that mirrors the fly. The lifter will pull his hands in close together, keeping his hands open. Open the chest, bring them back together. It's important again to keep your elbows slightly bent. This will take the pressure off the shoulders. By keeping the hands open, the lifter is forced to really isolate the chest muscles and not to use any forearm or bicep muscles. It's important that he adjust the seat to where the hands come together right in front of the chest. Use slow, controlled movements. Squeeze the lift at the center. The dip. The leg supported dip is a more advanced dip. Place your legs up on the pad, your hands on the handle, bring the elbows down to where the arms are at a 90-degree angle. Try to keep the elbows behind you. Keep your core tight. Try and breathe naturally throughout the lift. The dip. A good starting point for dips can be done on what we call the bench supported dip. Most of our female lifters will start with the bench supported dip. To do this, sit on the bench, place your thumbs right by your hips, keeping your elbows in close to your side. Then move your feet and your buttocks away from the bench slightly, but we still want to have a good relationship between the bench and the back. Bend the elbows to a 90, the knees slightly, and press up. If you get too far away from the bench, there'll be too much pressure put on the joints of the shoulder. As our lifter becomes more advanced, she can move her feet away from the bench. This will make the lift more difficult. She could straighten her knees to where she's having to lift more of her own body weight. The standing dip. This is the most advanced of all the dips. The lifter will start with feet supported, hands on the bars. Take the feet off the supports, bend the knees slightly. Bend the elbows down to where they're at a 90-degree angle as the body drops. Try to keep the core steady and press up. Try to reach that 90-degree angle each time. Breathe naturally and control the body movement. Leg raises for the abdominals. Support yourself on the stand with your back firmly against the pad. Forearms firmly against the pads. Grab the handles. Pull your feet off the deck, feet together, and we'll lift our knees up above our thumbs, tightening our core. Use a slow, controlled movement. Just think knees above the thumbs. As we become more advanced, you can do a straight leg raise. Bringing your toes up to about chest level, keeping that back firm against the pad. Breathe naturally. Keep those forearms down against the pad. The lat pull down. The lifter must first adjust the apparatus to where the top pads are firm against the top of her thighs. She'll sit down, grab the bar above her head with the index fingers right at the bend of the bar. Keep her feet flat on the floor and her buttocks on the pad the entire time. Arms will be fully extended. The lifter will pull the weight bar down to where it touches just at the top of her chest. Keeping her shoulders back, let the arms extend at the top. Use slow, controlled movements, keeping that chest up, keeping those arms straight at the top. Seated row. The lifter will need to position the body to where the center pad is firmly against the center of her chest. She'll reach up with an overhand grip with good posture. Pull the weight back, elbows back, like you're going to squeeze a quarter between your shoulder blades. Let the arms fully extend forward. Keeping good posture, chest up, chin up. Breathe naturally as you're doing the lift. You can also use an underhand or neutral grip. Placing the hands under, keeping the elbows in close to the body. Same movement. Pull back like you're going to squeeze a quarter between your shoulder blades. And it's important not to slam the stack when you're through with the lift. The tricep push down. Start with your feet in an athletic position, shoulder width apart. Grab the weight bar and press down. Keep your elbows in close to your body. Let the forearms come up to where they're about parallel to the ground, and then push the forearms down. By keeping your hands open, this will force more of the tricep to be used and less of the forearm. Try to keep yourself balanced with good posture. Use slow, controlled movements. The assisted pull-up. The assisted pull-up machine is going to work a little different than most of our weight concepts. The more weight we put on, the easier it will be. The lifter needs to be conscientious of how they get on the assisted pull-up machine. Stand with both legs on the planks. Place one knee on the pad. Let go, bring the other leg up, and the weight should drop. Reach up and grab the bar. We're going to use an overhand grip. Pull yourself up to where your chin is up above the bar. Use slow, controlled movements. Once our lift has been completed, we'll have to take one leg off, place both hands on the bars below at our waist, and try to be careful not to slam the stack. The hyperextension for the lower back. Place the feet flat on the platform. Adjust the horse to where the pads are just below the waistline, a comfort level really for the lifter. Cross your arms in front of your chest. Keep your body in a straight line. Drop the head down, bending at the waist, straightening the body up. It's important in this lift that you keep your body in a straight line when you come up. You don't want to overextend. We can go as far down south as we want. Just make sure that when we come up, our body's in a straight line. Using the slow, controlled movements. The more advanced you become, you can hold a weight at your chest in the same movement. The seated pulley row. Sit on the bench, place your feet flat on the deck, reach out, grab the bar, keep your chest up during this lift. You want soft knees and good posture. Pull the elbows back, keeping them close to the body. It's important to pause this lift for a second once the bars reach the stomach. Squeeze that scapula together like you have a quarter between your shoulder blades. The angled calf raise. The feet placement of this exercise will depend on the height of the lifter. Smaller ones will want to use the top deck. Place the small of your back up against the pad, the balls of your feet on the deck, and press up. You want to keep your knees somewhat soft. Relax the calves and press up on the balls of your feet. Squeeze at the top. You can also change the adjustment or the angle of your feet to get different portions of the calf.